Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. So North Carolina's will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here's the veteran, a guy who has been around and is ready to finish his final season with a bang.
So nice to have guys like this that have been around the block, that know the offense inside and out. Guys I can trust. Leadership, play on the field, all the boxes.
I'm calling this guy's number a lot early in this game to go make plays.
Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about. undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of... They're just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
And that's a great job by the defense, not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Looking for a block. It's Cooper. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going for it all. And he's got it inside the 25. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown time.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. You got to do a lot of this.
Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Gets it out fast. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. DB's right up on the receivers. Pulls it and fires to the left. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
They're going to throw it again. Quickly complete.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking downfield, it's Cummings. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the... He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. He lets one fly deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Alabama pushing the tempo.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Steamrolls his way ahead. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Cummings. He's moving out of the pocket. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling.
And the pass hits, picked off. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Cooper. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Takes his shot. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
At the 35, he's got room. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Makes his connection. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. Looking to throw, it's Cummings. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think you just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
To the air, it's Cummings. Going up top. Makes the grab on the right. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Kansas State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 18 over the Red Hawks of Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Slings it downfield. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Scanning the field, it's Cummings. Now adjusting. At the 45 on his way. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Going up top on first down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch on the left. Nothing but green ahead. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Looking to go up top on first down. Touchdown Tide! And the beatdown has ensued.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosiveness of vision on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Cummings. He'll get rid of it. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
On to attempt the try. Splits those uprights right in half. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Just feeds the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Tackle is made after the first down.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Going for the big play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Cooper. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on 1st down. It's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Quarterback checking off. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. They make the stop of the 19 after a pickup of 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive.
Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. To the air, it's Cummings. Quick strike complete. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw it again. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll call for the fair catch here. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
Well, you got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.